Hey, good morning and welcome to Breakthrough Walls. I'm Ken Walls, I'm your host, and I am really excited to bring on a guest today. You guys are not going to believe this lady. She is amazing. I want to welcome my friend Leah, the life coach Brown, to the show. How you doing, Leah?
I'm doing amazing, Ken. Thank you so very much. I love that intro. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're amazing. I've watched you for I don't even know several years now. We've been connected, and you are just absolutely an inspiration to everybody in life. So, seriously, you just
Compliment. Thank you so much.
you just have this amazing glow, and so. You know, this show is, I developed this show to, it's to help people get unstuck. And I know you do a lot of life coaching. I do some coaching, and I find that people get stuck primarily because of their thoughts, but right. So I really want to like dig in, kind of have people get to know who you are and that's what this is about. And then, throughout the show, we're going to talk about ways that you know of to help people immediately have a breakthrough, and Breakthrough Walls is the name of the show, right? So Leah, let's start with where it all began for you. Where were you born and raised?
Okay. I was born in Houston, Texas, and I was raised in a little town called Trinity. It had a population of 2,000, which were all of my family.
Oh, wow.
It was real country living. I was a young girl, 3, 4 years old, fishing, shooting, cleaning fish, scaling them, cooking, doing all kind of things. So yeah, I'm definitely a country girl at heart.
Now, is that outside of Houston, or is that in Texas?
Trinity is in Texas, outside of Houston.
Nice. My dad lived in Houston for like 16 years. I lived down there for about 30 days when I was. It was just there's a lot of reasons, but it wasn't a good scene for me back then. I was 16 years old and probably just looking for trouble.
You find it.
Oh yeah. So as you grew up, I mean, what I've found is, generally speaking, there's always some sort of a childhood influence, like a person or maybe an event that kind of like dictates or pushes us in the direction of what we become as an adult. And so as I say that, what comes to mind for you? What was the biggest influence as a child that you had that kind of pushed you in the direction that you are now?
I would say my mother, by all means, because my mother always told me that I was a peacemaker from a very early age. And when I would hear her say that, I would just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. I do, solve a lot of things. And even from a very young age, I could just calm adults down. I could calm children down, whatever the case may be. So her saying that to me over and over again, you're a product of your environment, your thoughts and things like that. So it really stuck with me and became my power. It kind of became my superpower.
Yeah.
So I would say my mother, and just that mantra. You are the peacemaker. You are here for a reason. You're the peacemaker.
I love it. I love it. So, but let me ask you this: because I view you as like this just glowing, radiating, perfect being, right?
Oh,
and,
no.
and so have you always had a halo?
Always been an odd child out. Like even my mother tells me I've just been the oddest little thing, and I'm always kind of like presenting who I am.
Okay.
So I'm always like, here I am, hi. So there's always something about me that stands out. I don't know quite about a halo, but maybe purple hair, black lip liner. I've had other things that I do. I also wear ears and things like that.
I know it. I love it. I love it. So I mean, and you do things to make yourself stand out, and that's one of the things I love about you. So like, So you went to school in Trinity, which what
For
a
a short time.
what huh?
For a short time.
Okay,
Lived
so
in California.
oh,
And that's where I really went to school. So I've had both in country life and city life. So
oh
I
wow,
believe that people should have the two extremes of everything. It really does something for the recipe and the calibration of who you become
right.
to experience both ends of the spectrum of life.
So wait, so you went to like grade school and all that, high school. Where'd you go to high school?
Hollywood High. I actually went to a lot of high schools.
Oh wow,
But I went to Hollywood High. I spent the majority of my childhood in Hollywood. So you can imagine that life coming from that quiet rural town and then
wow,
being thrown into the Hollywood life, especially, I don't want to tell my age, but especially at the time that in Hollywood was, because now Hollywood's kind of pretty and touristy. Not the case when I was there.
oh really? We're talking Hollywood, California.
Yeah, Hollywood Boulevard, yeah.
Oh wow.
Of the stars, yeah.
Wow. So, okay, when did that happen? So you went from the country life to California. You went country life in Texas to like that's a city. Like that's LA, right?
Very much so, very much so. I left Texas when I was 5, and then I was back and forth until I was about 11.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Okay.
And
Wow.
then since 91, see, look, I'll tell my age. Since 91, I've been a Cali girl.
Wow. Look at you go. So, wow. Okay. So that's a huge, because I grew up like in the country as well, like real tiny. Yeah.
Such a nation.
I live in the country, like really in the country now, like big time. But the, you know, I remember when I first went to Houston, it was like the first really, really big city I had ever been to. And oh my gosh, like it was insane. I couldn't believe it. Oh, the spaghetti bowl. I remember, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's where all the 16 interstates come together in Houston or something.
Yeah, so that's terrifying.
Oh, it's like, oh my gosh. But I remember that, and that is a huge shift. That's a huge difference. Like,
I love it though.
I know.
I'm so elated to have gone through that shift and to experience the two dimensions of the world. Because I literally tell you, there are individual glass jail cells around places and cities and mind frames and cultures and communities that you can't even fathom because you just don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So when I was in Trinity, that little girl, that free spirit, digging for crawdads in the ditches and just fishing in the lake. I'm a totally different person today. You know, I'm not going to be digging for crawdads today, but I'm glad that I can. I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
And it's just a totally different lifestyle, and it really meshed me. And it really made me appreciative of everything. Because I live a city life too. I'm still here, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I really love my country foundation though.
I love that.
I cowgirl up to everything.
I love that. So, you know, well, hey, that's a survival skill if you need it, right? Like you can get some crawdads, you can get whatever you need, right? Like, yeah. So, okay, so you ended up in LA, in Hollywood, and so did you go to college?
I got a scholarship to USC when I was younger, but then something happened to where I didn't continue. The only college that I went to is for my drug and alcohol counseling because I became a drug and alcohol counselor. Uh-huh. And that's kind of what I based my life coaching on.
Oh, I love that. I base my coaching on being a recovered alcoholic. So,
that is such a great thing, though.
Yeah, right.
Two extremes where you being able to understand both extremes.
Oh yeah.
You can really take anybody from any point of that struggle and bring them out of it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
And I love seeing it happen. But I've also seen people not make it. So, you know, it's a gift.
That's why I'm not in the business anymore. A good drug and alcohol counselor is 1 out of 10. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And I'm not a recovering addict of anything. So they
Yeah.
gave me a really hard time. I had to really go in and knock down the doors. They didn't trust me. They didn't want to talk to me. I'm a woman. I'm black. I had a few things going against me. They didn't think that I could handle it. But after a while, they began to know that I was there for them, and it was a really beautiful connection. But losing those beautiful souls that either went back to the drugs or passed away was just heartbreaking. I had to do something different, and I wanted to do it my way. So that's why I became a life coach, because, you know, drug and alcohol counseling is a necessary profession, but it wasn't for me. It's more about writing up charts and sending addicts meeting to meeting. You know, idle hands are the devil's hands, and I just had so much more to give to them. So
yeah, that's awesome. I know I've had people I've helped in the past, sponsored, and they call me. Yeah, well, hey, it's a gift, so I got to keep giving it away, but you know, to keep it for myself. But I'm coming off 16 years sober, which blows my mind. It blows my mind. And so like, you know, I think about, like, because empathy for me, when it comes to that, is very difficult for me to have. And I know it sounds bad, but it's like, I'd have people call me, I'm going to go get drunk. And I go, okay, well, you know, call me from jail. Like, you know, like, I just did, because it's like, it takes what it takes. And I've had all the, you know, but anyway, so I don't want to talk about me too much, but I want, you know, like, I love learning about you.
I've been intertwined for years, and I don't know all that about you. So it's really good to hear that about you.
Yeah, well,
run your show how you run it.
It's a, hey, like I said, I'm it's a gift to me, and it's a blessing, and I feel incredibly blessed that I haven't taken a drink in 16 years. So but it obviously, my life improved significantly after I stopped doing that insanity. But so here you were in LA, you had a scholarship to go to USC, and you didn't end up going, you said.
I went for a little while, but
okay.
In journalism.
Okay. Awesome. Look at you. Wow. So what transpired? Did you end up getting a job somewhere? What'd you do instead of college?
Instead of college, let's see, when I went from college, I was working, how old am I, 20? Okay, so I've been working with animals for 20 years. Not a lot of people know that about me.
What?
I have like 6 jobs.
Oh my gosh.
6 different things, and they're very different from each other. Sometimes, like I always say, sometimes I can be picking up dog poo or be on the red carpet. That's
wow.
the kind of stuff that I have.
Yeah.
Or, you know, counseling someone. So
yeah.
I worked at a veterinary hospital for 21 years. So after I didn't go to school, I got put on at a vet hospital, which I love, which I believe gave me all of my coaching skills.
Wow.
Because it's a very rich neighborhood where we offer acupuncture to pets and things like that. So our clients range from Paris Hilton, Jerry Bruckheimer, Shaquille O'Neal, the Jackson family, just things like that. So
wow.
That's just to let you know who's coming in, and they're coming in situations where their pets are in distress, and their pets are their family, and they're upset, and they come in and they need care and customer service. And what they deemed me was the client specialist, because what I did was take care of the people. The clinic took care of the animals, and I took care of the people.
Wow.
So that's how I learned people. I learned people's reactions. I learned their emotions and just body responses and just human behavior.
So it's
been amazing for me.
You've met Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh yeah,
And
he was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
He had the guts to come into the door.
I'm sure.
Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's
Jackson's
awesome.
Very beautiful. I actually got to see the Jackson children before the whole world because I was Debbie Rowe's house sitter.
What?
Mm-hmm. So she had pictures of her children, of course. And the world hadn't seen them yet. I was like, oh my God, I'm looking at the children.
Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Wow.
It's been an interesting life for me. I've done a lot of things. Wow. And I think that's because I'm very spontaneous. Yeah. I go with life. I have this thing that life is all about yes, no, and later. Like, yes, I like this, I keep going with it. And no, I don't like this, I stop it. And then later, I don't have the capacity or emotional capacity to deal with this or enough information to deal with it, so I would put it in my back pocket for later. But those things to me are directions: left, right, and stop. So that's how I gear my life. And it takes me exactly to where I need to be, on the path that I need to be on, and I get all of the resources that I need. And it's exciting. It's fun. It's amazing. So, but sometimes I'm picking up poop.
You know, I was talking to somebody on one of the shows that we were talking about ways to make money, right? And years ago, I was at a buddy's office, and I said, "Man, I'm struggling financially. I just don't get it." And he's like, "Dude, you're in web development. Like, everybody needs a website." And I said, "I know, but like, I don't know, something, you know." He goes, "Listen, man, it's all about application." He goes, There's a dude in Columbus, Ohio, and every other city in the country that people pay millions of dollars a year to go out and clean up dog poop out of their yard. Like, you can make money doing anything." Like, it's
really can. Actually, the first thing that I will suggest to people is to become a pet sitter or a house sitter, because it has a very low overhead. It's basically just flyers, and just marketing on these free platforms, which I love to promote for people. So it's like I always have ideas for people that feel like they can't do anything.
Yeah.
They just need to get a little extra cash, a little side note. So that's definitely one of my number one go-tos for my clients.
Yeah.
You know, almost anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go pick up dog poop. Right? Like get humble. Go do whatever it takes. So you know, as you've gone through your journey, now are you still at the pet hospital?
I am still at the pet hospital. Wow. I'm also a celebrity pet dog trainer.
What?
So, yes, I train dogs with sign language and body language and eye contact. Cesar Millan trained my brother, who is a celebrity dog trainer. So he let me come in on his business, on one of his clients, his big clients. So I've been able to work for Will and Jada Smith for a few years.
What?
And so I train their dogs along with two other trainers there. And actually, Cesar Millan actually came out one time and helped train us. And I asked him about my sign language training, and he thought it was pretty cool. He gave me a good old head nod on it.
Really? Oh, my gosh. Cool. I love Will Smith.
Oh, my God, I do too.
It's
so funny because I take care of the dogs. I've taken care of them for years, and, you know, they're gone a lot, and I take care of the house when they're gone and things. But one thing, when Will Smith comes on the property and he sees me, he has the biggest personality. He's like, "Oh, my God, hi!" Sometimes I'm like, look at that, like, "Oh, are you talking to me? Who are you talking to? Hi!"
Oh, that is so amazing.
Every single time. And the whole Smith family is like that. Willow, Drayden, Trey, they're all like, "Oh, my God, hi!" They're so amazingly nice. And
wow.
Just a beautiful family.
That is the coolest story I think I've heard. That's so, because he's an amazing dude. I mean, he's amazing. I was watching who's that guy that does the carpool karaoke? What's his name? James something. James Corbin, I think.
Maybe,
yeah. Anyway, he had Will on that show. It was so funny, Will Smith. And they're doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was so funny. But wow, holy moly. So I'm kind of like in this daze. I didn't know all this about you.
Well,
wow.
I'm a complex person. I really am, and I love being that way. And, you know, people always be like, you know, what's your coaching niche? And I just can't. You see my life. Like, I love to just be free. You know, I'm really good at media marketing because I know human behavior. I know what makes a person push the button to buy, to go over here, to follow that, to do that. So that's what gives me a good marketing edge. So I also do that for people, but also that marketing edge and consulting and marketing allows me to help entrepreneurs and help them elevate and show them a different mindset on marketing and give them the tools to build something themselves and the motivation and just that little push that they need, because momentum, it'll take you so far.
Right.
Right?
I love
it'll
that.
break through those walls, right?
That's right. So when you and I may be getting a little bit ahead of myself, but that's all right. When you see, and I know you see it, I see it, you see it, people that are there's a lot of coaches that are they're all over Facebook now, but like I mean it's like an epidemic all of a sudden that there's all these people that do coaching, and I've seen some of them. I'm like, but what life experience do you have really? But so when you see people that are stuck, and you know, and what do you think in your opinion? What is the number one thing that keeps people stuck from experiencing life and success in life? What is that?
Self-worth. People are great and not calibrated to who they are. So you have great people that don't feel great, that don't know they're great, so they have no reason to go and act great. So they're not doing the greatness that they are capable of. And I always compare it to boiling water. You have to be calibrated to who you are and have to really take in all the greatness of you. So I developed something that's called a love audit. You know, so I think that we can take in the negativity around us when people say something negative. We even will stop and take notes like, oh, how could I have done that better? Or I did stop, huh? That was terrible, huh? But when someone says, oh, you're beautiful, you're so smart, you're like, oh, stop. Or what do you want? Oh, get away from me with that, you know?
Right.
You don't fully take it in. So a love audit is something that I produce that where you go and you do this like mantra in the mirror and you say, I am. And you replace it with something that people around you that love you have said about you positively. And you take that in and you really take it into your psyche to be true, to be not just their truth, but your own truth. And then you say thank you to them. And
wow.
When you say thank you to them, sometimes you can be like my mother said, I was a peacemaker. So I say, I am a peacemaker. I take it in that I'm a peacemaker. And oh my God, it makes my heart explode with love. But then I say, thank you, Mother. And I realized when I said that I realized the gift that she had given me. So we also, it makes you realize how you repay the people in your world for what they've given to you. But then you can get to ones where they're like, oh, you're beautiful. And then you have to say, thank you, friends, thank you, family, thank you, passing by strangers. And then that just makes you feel like, oh my God, I must be beautiful. Look at that calibration that just went on in your head that just changed it. So then your worth starts to calibrate to who you really are. So then you'll have great people knowing that they're great, feeling that they're great, and going out to do the great things. And people not feeling great and not doing great things is a travesty to everybody, because those are our cures. Those are our people taking care of our family, cooking our food, advancing technology, elevating the human species, medical breakthroughs. They're sitting in someone's great mind who feels not worthy enough to go and speak on it, to go and investigate on it, to ask for a loan, ask for resources, to move in their greatness. So that's my mission, to get people calibrated to who they really are and get it done. And I say I go to boiling water because boiling water doesn't do anything until that 1 degree. It changes that 1 degree. So you got to imagine how important your human calibration is.
Right.
And if you are 1 degree down and it just takes one calibrated degree to turn you up and get you out there to do your greatness, it's so important to focus on your calibration of who you are every single day, every single minute.
Wow. I literally just posted this morning, I posted something about that. Like literally some of those same words and the I ams and the conversations you're having in your head. I literally posted that I don't know, an hour ago. That's crazy that you just said all that and I posted that. So wow. So you call it a love audit.
I call it a love audit.
I love that.
It's a whole little setup, and it's amazing. The first time I ever did it, I was in tears.
Wow.
I was in tears. I advise someone to do it in the mirror, and
wow.
I advise that you take it seriously. It is a real mantra and meditation. It is a personal mantra of everything around you. So it's not just, oh, I'm happy, I'm abundant. It's really true personal things. And it's what people have really said about you and put those into those spaces. And it's not to say that people around you that love you and say all these nice things don't say bad things about you too.
Yeah.
It's just that I feel like you took those negative things in.
Yeah.
You know, I want to make sure you took those positive things in too, to be your truth as well.
Yeah.
And not just their truth. Not just, oh, what do you want? Or, oh, you're just saying that and brushing it off. You know, we have to brush off a lot of the positivity that comes our way, which is hurting us.
So when you see, Right, right. And I think that, I mean, I'll be 50 years old next month, and which blows my mind. I only look 20. I'm just kidding. But like, I'm going to be 50 years old, and I've made some serious mistakes in my life. I mean, big time mistakes where I've hurt other people. I've hurt myself. I've done dumb things, and not ever, not. I mean, I'd love to say it wasn't intentional. Some of it probably was, but most of it was just like, I'm doing the best I know how to do, and so when and everybody does that. I'm not unique. Everybody does that. But what I've seen over my life is, and I know billionaires, I know $100 millionaires, I know, and one thing that I've seen with them is they're able to just let it go. Like, just I screwed up, whatever. Right?
When you said the key words that I was doing the best I can.
Right.
I would add to that's more than enough. And actually let that be more than enough. So
right.
Everything that came out of that, we are all lessons and blessings to each other. We're all interchanging in each other. We're calibrating with each other, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So those hurtful things that you did to those people were probably something that was best done by you in that sanctity of that relationship and friendship. Now, I know it feels very hurtful in them, but I do believe that we attract everything that we need. And
wow.
From everything that's in our environment, everybody that's around us, we're attracting it because it's what we need.
Yeah.
And I say that because if you cause someone heartache and pain, I can get that you feel bad about it, but you need to know you were doing your best with the information you were given at that time, and that's all we can do, and that's more than enough. And I never look back.
Well, I get that, and I'm with you. I'm pretty good at letting go of my mistakes. But the average person, I'm not saying I'm above average. I'm unique too. I've always been the odd dude out. I don't have purple hair. I have no hair almost. But what's
cool voice. You know that, right?
What's that?
That cool voice.
Oh, do I?
Oh yeah.
I've had people tell me I sound like Norm Macdonald, and I'm like, I don't like him. Don't compare me to Norm Macdonald. Ooh. But like. No offense, Norm, if you're seeing this, love you, bud. But the average person, and I know how to do this, and I'm sure you know how to do this, but I find that it's the ability to forgive yourself for being a butthole or for making mistakes. It's like, how do I because if I believe that if everybody on this planet can forgive themselves for what they've done wrong in life, man, this would be a totally different world that we live in. But I think that people get stuck in that. They get stuck in that, like I screwed up 100 times, and they keep playing that tape over and over and over, or CD to you kids that don't know what a tape is. But how do you think somebody gets beyond that? How do they forgive themselves for it?
I really think you have to believe the words that you say. If you know that you were doing all that you could at the moment with the information that you were given, and that's all you can do. Like in retrospective, I could have made a lot of better choices, but in that moment, I had to make the choice that I had to make with the tools and resources that I had. But you can't just say that. You have to believe that and let it go. Once you believe it, it's done. It's the fact that they're not believing it. A lot of people like to go around and talk and regurgitate things and not really live in it and not really believe it.
Yeah.
When I say things and do a mantra, I make myself to believe it. I'm like, I'm not going to say it and not live it. Because you have to just go ahead and have the faith and jump in the words and believe what you're saying. Or really say what you're meaning so that you can really get the perspective that you want. So for the average Joe, I would say that you can only do what you can do in that moment in time. And it's more than enough. I cannot say that more than enough. Like, it really is okay. People heal. People rebound. You heal.
Yeah.
You have to make these mistakes. You have to learn. You have to be knocked down so you know how to get up. You have to be knocked down so you know the force that you can take. You have to be knocked down so you can see, I'm gonna roll this time, or I'm gonna jump up this time, or however, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break down here.
Yeah.
You have to choose it. So that's it.
Wow. Holy moly. That's awesome. So if you have somebody that, it sounds like you weren't, I don't want to say this wrong. Were you raised with money? Like, did you have money coming up? Your
no,
family?
I was so poor in Trinity, Texas. Super poor. Like, we lived behind a grocery store. I remember me and my brother, we would go and he would boost me up to the dumpster to go get the meat that they would throw out. And I was really good at, like, sorting out the mice and the green meat and the bloody meat and then taking that back for my whole entire family.
Oh,
it
my.
was like a regular thing.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where I come from. I love the extremes.
Yeah. What about Hollywood, though? Hollywood's a rich town.
Hollywood was not a rich town when I was there. I lived in Hollywood Hills. I was comfortable at that time, but it was just the environment and the place that I was. It was just the location that I was in.
Yeah.
I've had money where I've gotten to live the good life.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm around, people that have a lot of money as well.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. I love to see the ends of the spectrum. Super, super poor. I've had some money and been rich, and I love it. It gives me such a retrospective.
Right.
That's what I like to go in and help people make something out of nothing. I'm really MacGyverish.
I love MacGyver. So, wow. Okay. So you didn't have money. So that changes when your paradigm shifts, things become different, right? So okay. You had no money, and so you've been there. And so when somebody comes to you and they're like, Leah, I don't know what to do. My electric's being shut off tomorrow. My car got repoed yesterday. I'm getting evicted next week. I got these 3 jobs. They're just not making the ends meet. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. What do I do? What's the first thing you're going to tell that person to do?
The first thing I'm gonna tell that person to do is we're probably gonna be together, because what we just need to do is make phone calls to get the exact dates of the bills and the amounts that can be carried over and post dated and everything. We're just gonna work things out. We're gonna work it out step by step. We're gonna take it out day by day. And I swear, when you get clarity and focus and intention, everything becomes. It is the chaos that makes it not come, because you're not sending out clear signals and vibrations to the universe. Once you can get clear on everything, dates, amounts, times, what it is, what you really have to do, the universe gives it right to you. And it also calms you down for you to just see it step by step. Just step by step. After we figure out what it is, we figure out the first amount of money we need, and then we figure out a job, a hustle, a grind, something that's going to make that amount of money and that amount of time. And I have odd jobs for everything, for all walks of life. People with disabilities, people that are fine, I've had people that don't want to, there's jobs they don't want to do. They're still going to get cut off, but they don't want to do something. We still get to something. I can turn your hobbies and monetize it in some shape or form. You can tell me anything you love doing, and I can help you monetize it. And people are like, oh, you really can? Well, I only like to watch TV and eat. I was like, okay, so we're going to be a food critic and a film critic. Let's go. And the reason you will not do that is because you're not in that world. So we're going to make some contacts. We're going to get on these platforms. We're going to see who's the best out here doing it. We're going to see who's like you, who's in your neighborhood, who's local. And then we're going to go out there. We're going to be in that world of food critics and film critics, and we're going to make it happen.
Wow. So you literally, like, you're creating, like you're creating, and you're inspiring massive action.
Yes.
Like, and clarity, right? It's about intention. Dr. Wayne Dyer wrote a book about that, right? Called The Power of Intention. And I love all of his stuff, by the way. Do you? So I figured that was, I saw Dr. John DeMartini pop up in my feed the other day, and I actually saw him out in, in New Mexico one time. I saw him at a conference. It was really cool. But so the people that because I have people from every walk of life that watch this show. It's not just on Facebook Live. It actually is on a television network. I think I told you, called Binge Networks.
Yeah, I checked it out. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's I don't know, 4 or 5 million people that may have a chance at seeing this. So I want to make sure
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh gosh, thank you. This has been incredible for me. So, and I know I don't know if you can see. Are you watching the Facebook feed? I have Terrence Freeman on here, Susan Day, Jeff Sims, Amisha Jones. Yeah, we got some great people on here, and they're loving this interview. Okay, loving it. Renee Envy.
Supported me.
Yeah, you're amazing. So, so you still live in LA? Is that right?
Yeah. I live in a place called Northridge. It's kind of like the valley. It's by CSUN, so it's not like city life. There's parking. I'm not stuck in traffic all the time.
I've got
a club right down the street.
Yeah. Do you know Leilani? Leilani Moore? No? Oh, she lives there. She's a dear friend of mine. She lives out there in I don't know where, anywhere. But anyway, she's in LA. That's all I know. But and there's a good chance she'll see this show. But so how do people follow you? What's the best way to follow you?
Okay, on social media platforms, I'm Leah the Life Coach, except for on Twitter, I'm Life Coach Leah, because when I set up my name, I did it afterwards, and they have a character limit, and then it was going to make me Leah the Life Cock.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my gosh. I kept doing the Life Cock, so I had to change it to Leah, Life Coach Leah, which now I instruct my clients to let's get the name with Twitter first, and then
yes.
So,
yeah.
Life Coach Leah for, Twitter
yeah.
and Snapchat, and Periscope.
Yeah.
Like Leah the Life Coach on Instagram and Facebook, and that's mainly where I'm at. My email is leahtheLifeCoach@gmail.com. I always put my phone number out. It's my cell number. Call me 818-319-3313. I am very reachable. I'm very personable, and I'm all in. And I love doing what I do, and I love calibrating with people. So do not hesitate.
You are absolutely amazing. Somebody just said they can't hear you very well, but I've heard you. I've heard you very, very well the whole time. So I don't know what that is. But I think everybody else has heard you because they're commenting like crazy. So so let me ask you before we go, because I do want to wrap it up here pretty soon. But what parting words of inspiration, wisdom, because a lot of people don't understand. I get it when you talk about calibration, I get that, but a lot of people won't understand that. So in lay terms, what would be like some inspirational wisdom advice you would give everybody that's watching right now to help bring them up to a much higher level in life?
A much higher level in life. Okay, what I mean by calibrate is to tune into yourself, to really make the choices and don't let your choices make you on every little thing, because people are on autopilot and they're doing what they think they should be doing, and they look up and they're like, oh, how did I get here? And you got there because you're on autopilot and you're on someone else's path. And when you're on autopilot on someone else's path, you're not getting the tools and resources that you need. So of course, things aren't going your way. Tune into yourself. Know that you are more than enough. You have everything that you need inside of you, all the knowledge, all the wisdom, everything you need is in here. Let it be more than enough and make the decisions and go for it. That's what I mean by calibrating. A little thing that I think is just easy for everybody just to take and it really elevates your life is create a bliss list. You heard of a bucket list?
Yeah.
A bucket list is something you do when you're at the end of your life, you're terminal ill, you want to go do those things and finally get it out and live it. A bliss list is something you do every single day, that you have a list of things that you can turn to, and you're constantly working on one of those things off that list with your energy, your finances, your your resources, you're talking to people about it so people can come and help you as well. So you can talk to the universe about it. You're focused on that one thing that you're working on your Bliss list. So create a list of 1 to 5 things, ranging from traveling, ranging from going somewhere. Because right now, I'm in New York because of my Bliss list.
Tell everybody about that.
The Bliss list is something that I made 2 years ago. I put it up on YouTube. It's still there, you guys. And I never really did anything with it. I knew it was a great idea, but I became a life coach and things like that. So the Bliss list is there. Recently, me being a life coach, I got a little overwhelmed because I became a pretty good life coach. But then I didn't have a life for myself. I was on the phone all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I want to do this differently. So I turned back to my Bliss list, and I took one thing off of my Bliss list, which was like I thought I was funny enough to be a comedian. So I went to these open mics, and I chickened out. So then I just rented a place, and I do my own comedy show, and invited my friends. I said, they're gonna laugh at me, right? So I did the show, got comedians and photographers, and it's been great. They were like loving it. They were like, Leah, you have to do this again. And I was like up there. I was like, shouldn't I? Yeah, if you want to be a comedian and come out and show your talents and not charge $60, you come see Leah at Tiger Lab Studios out here in Van Nuys, you know?
Yeah.
So now I do this monthly comedy show, and it's a thing where everybody gets something out of it because everybody that shows up is a sponsored person, and it feeds the homeless a warm plate of food. It's prepared warm by me. We go out and deliver it, hand deliver it to the homeless community. We do this with My Friend's House LA. Once a month, we'll take all the proceeds and go and do that. So
Wow.
This Bliss list is just taking me on a journey. So once I really tuned into myself, calibrated myself, and tuned into what I wanted and how I think, doors started opening up. So now, the second thing on my Bliss list is to go to New York. I've always wanted to go to New York as a little girl, and I've never ever been. And I'm not a little girl anymore. But here I am, doing this interview with Ken Laws about breakthroughs in New York. And
I love it.
got off set of a movie in New Jersey with an amazing director and writer, Sal, who does things for bullying, for elevating the world and everything. And Takia Diamond got me on set and just got me in there. And I came right in here, right off the set, and got on with you guys. I was a little late, so sorry, guys. But it's a good thing. It'll take you places you never dreamed of. And you get everything you need. Everything you need. So those are 2 little easy things. The calibration means tune into yourself.
Yeah.
An easy little thing. If you heard about the love audit, try that. And then the Bliss list is just really simple and really fun.
If you I'm telling you, go rewatch this whole thing if you just joined us. So, like, Leah, you are amazing. Oh my God! So you literally, like, you were just in a movie this morning.
Yes, like 5 minutes before you called me.
I love it.
Off the set.
And you're in the Big Apple right now. You're in New York.
I am in New York.
I
I'm
love
going
it.
to Times Square in just a moment, and I'm meeting so many people that I've never met before on social media to expand my network. You know.
You got it. Terrence Freeman's out there. He's.
I'm supposed to link up with Terrence. I don't know Terrence. He's supposed to get with me. So
Come on, T Free. What's up, dog? Come on.
tomorrow night.
Oh man, I love New York. I mean, I've only been in the city one time, and it was to form the partnership I have with a company out there on Madison Avenue. So, and I was like, I came back home and I said to my wife, I said, okay, look, here's the deal. We got to make enough money to buy an apartment in Manhattan that we can just visit. Like, I don't want to live there permanently. I don't think I'd make it. I'd end up drinking again. I'm just kidding. But, like, it's insane the energy that people are so nice. It's incredible. Oh, I love that city. Love it. Yeah. Well, listen, Terrence says, love my city, but can be so tight at times. So, like, you are, Terrence, you have to go hook up and meet the amazing Leah. So, anything else?
Robert Stern, too.
Huh?
I want Robert Stern, too.
Robert Stern, there you go. There you go. So listen, if there's ever anything I can do for you to help you in any way, I'm here for you. You are absolutely amazing. I loved you before. Now I'm like this chick is like all that and a bag of potato chips. love it. You're awesome.
You know I've always had so much love for you. So I was so excited to do this with you. So I'm so thankful that you reached out and asked me to do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Leah, thank you. And you're like on a movie set right now. That's crazy. Like they're right there in the background. But anyway, so thank you so much. Everybody make sure you go follow Leah. Don't hang up, Leah. I'm going to end the Facebook Live though, but thank you to everybody who shared this out and the loves, the likes, there's so many loves and likes and hearts, and it's insane. So thank you guys. Thank you all. Go watch the replay if you just joined this. And
Can I say one last thing?
Yes, please do.
Laugh at My Calibration is the name of my comedy show for the homeless. I do it every month, the last Saturday of the month. I need sponsorship. I need donations. I need local people to come out and support. It's for the homeless community. I also support comedians. I also support the venue. I invite models to come out. There's always a connection to make with me on it. Please connect with me on Laugh at My Calibration. Thank you so much. And my PayPal email is leahthelifecoach@gmail if you want to donate for that.
I love it. I'm going to connect you with a couple of people I know out there too. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Listen, thank you all. Amisha Jones says, bye, Leah. She says, enjoy yourself. So I love all of you. I appreciate you all, and we will see you all tomorrow. Peace out.